and in 5 to 6 years, you get your money back. Once you've been a U.S. resident, meaning in green card status, both conditional and permanent, for at least 5 years, you can actually qualify for U.S. citizenship. And there are some residency requirements and there are some physical presence requirements before you can qualify for U.S. citizenship. But generally speaking, once you've been living in the U.S. for approximately 5 years on green card status, you can apply for U.S. citizenship. And of course, there's a lot of questions that I get in terms of, well, great, I get my permanent green card, and then you say, I'm just waiting for my money to be returned to me in 5 to 6 years. How do I actually get that money back? Well, it goes back to that regional center investment. And again, I focus on the regional center investment part because a majority, well, more than a majority, as I said, 90 to 95% of all EB-5 applicants usually choose the regional center route. Now, every regional center project is going to have an exit strategy, meaning how are they going to return the money back to the EB-5 investors? There's usually two different strategies that they'll have. When I say different, they could have option one and option two. And option one could be that they sell the project entirely. And whatever proceeds they get from selling that project, they use those proceeds to pay off the EB-5 loan. And again, we're assuming here that the proceeds of that sale exceed the amount of money that they owe, say, to a bank and to the EB-5 investors. So assuming that everything went well in the project and the economy is doing well, and say a project was $100 million when it was built, and now it's $125 million, then if the project is sold for $125 million, then there should be sufficient funds to pay back the EB-5 investors as well as any other lenders to that project. So that's one option. Second option in terms of an exit is generally refinancing the EB-5 loan. So again, same scenario, say it's a $100 million project, and at that time, there's 20 million from the developer, there's 50 million from a bank, and there's 30 million from EB-5 investors. Now, in 5 or 6 years, say that project is worth, again, $125 million. Now, it might be much easier for that project or that developer to get a second loan from a second bank because now the value has gone up quite a bit for that particular project, in which case there's a less amount of risk that the second bank is taking because there's more equity in that particular project, and hence the second loan from a second bank can then pay off the loan that the EB-5 investors made. I'm talking in very general terms here. There's a lot more details to this. There's a lot of other things that one needs to be looking at. But for today's purposes, I just wanted to at least give you some of the common points, some of the commonly asked questions, and just information and education about the EB-5 program and about the kinds of things that an investor should be thinking about when they're considering an EB-5 application. So please don't take anything I say today to be set in stone. There's a lot of variables that come into play. But again, I just wanted to give you some general information about the EB-5 program.